Um, let's start seated. We'll just stay here for our intro breaths. Feel free to lay down if that feels better, or sit up on a chair or in something higher. I'm sitting on my bolster. And here, before we begin, if you're seated, make your hands like tents, like cups, and bring them next to the hips. So just your fingertips down, and then move your elbows back. See if you can reach the elbows back behind you. Press into each finger equally. And lift the chest. Press down into the fingers and lift the chest. Down into the fingers and lift the chest. Lift the crown of the head. Reach the top of the crown up towards the ceiling. Relax the hips a little bit more, and then get lighter on the fingers, lighter on the fingers. Keep the shoulders back and bring the hands to the legs. Now keep lifting the chest from the inside. Maybe close the eyes. Maybe look straight forwards. In the pranayama practice, in the breathing practice of yoga, we call the pauses in the breath kumbhaka, which is the Sanskrit word for vessel. So what we're doing is we're treating the chest box like a vessel. Can you lift your vessel up from all corners, from the back corners of the ribs, from the sides of the ribs? Typically, we let the low front ribs sort of jut forwards. So keep them back and lift the back ribs up. And with this long spine, notice your breath, how the air fills the vessel. We'll take 3 breaths together. Bring the shoulders back, bring the spine long. Let your exhale be deep and complete. And then inhale through the nose. Exhale, open mouth, sigh. Inhale, nose. Exhale, mouth. Slow, deep breath in. Exhale, let it go. Let the lips touch. Breathe in and out through the nose. And if the eyes are closed, blink them open. Baddha Konasana. So with the hips on the floor, bring the knees wide and the feet together. Hold on to the legs somewhere. You can rock forwards and back a few times. And notice here, often when we rock, we're in cross legs or we're in Virasana. So here, notice that this rocking usually comes from the low back. You might not really feel your hips tipping very much as you do this. But see if you can move that rock down a little bit lower so the low back stays long and steady as the hips do the work to tip you forwards and backwards. And then come to stillness, press the bottoms of the feet together, lift through the chest. Again, let the bottom back ribs lift up as you gently, with the strength of your legs, push the knees closer towards the floor. And as you do that, you're pushing the inner thigh to the inner knee. Slow breath. Now keep the right leg where it is, but send the left leg long. So we're in Janu Shirsasana. We're going to take this to the back bend, so make sure you've got some room behind you. And then inhale to reach the arms up. And exhale to tip forward. Don't worry too much about it. Inhale to lift back up. And as you exhale, bring the right hand down. And inhale, lift the hips up and lean the chest open. Bring the hips down as you exhale. Inhale, reach both arms up. And exhale, fold over the long leg. We're going to do that 3 times. This is our second time. Inhale, lift. Exhale, right hand down, little twist. Inhale, lift, little back bend, point through the left toes. Exhale, bring the hips down. Last time, inhale, lift the chest box. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, twist, right hand down. Inhale, lift the hips, lean back, look back. Exhale, lower the hips and come back to center. Now we'll take the other side. Bend the left knee, open the left knee out to the side, and then straighten the right leg. Okay, so as you lift the arms, you're going to turn the shoulders to face the long legs. You're turning to the right a little bit. Inhale. Exhale to fold. Inhale, lift up. This time, left hand down, twisting towards the left. Inhale, lift the hips. Exhale, lower down. Notice the difference between the sides. Inhale, lift the arms up. Exhale, Janu Sirsasana A. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, twist, left hand down. Inhale, hips lift. This is wild thing variation. Exhale, lower. We've got one more. Like you're moving through honey. This side, point the toes as you lift up, lean back, look back. Exhale, lower down with control. And come back to center. Okay, bend both knees, plant both feet on the floor, and roll onto your back. That was a lot of different ways that the spine can move, a little twist, a little back bend, a little forward fold. So press the low back into the floor here as you pull the knees in. And maybe rock side to side. Let the low back spread on the floor. Cross the right knee over the left knee. So you're in this little pretzel shape, and then continue to rock side to side. And then left knee over right knee. Rock side to side. And then plant the feet on the floor, unwind the legs. Satyabandha Sarvangasana, so tuck the shoulders underneath you, hold the outside edges of the mat so you can tuck the shoulders even more, tug on the arms, press the heels down and inhale to lift the hips up. Now, if you're feeling a lot of sensation in the knees, you can lower the hips until your knees start to feel a little less sensation. Move the knees away from you and move the sternum towards the chin as the hips lift. Tuck the shoulders even more. See if you can come to the tops of the shoulders rather than on the back. Keep tugging on the mat if that helped. Lift the hips up. Relax the head and neck. Maybe get light on the left heel. Maybe lift the left leg up towards the floor. Ceiling, sorry. And then bring it back down. Get light on the right heel. Maybe lift the right leg up. And then exhale, bring it down. Bring the hips all the way down slowly. Hips come down first. And let the knees fall open towards the sides, soles of the feet together. Supta Baddha Konasana. Let the quads relax. Use the hands to help bring the knees back to center. And keep the left foot down, but reach the right leg up towards the ceiling. It does not need to be straight, but you should feel some space in the low back. So you can feel the sacrum on the floor, but you can't feel the low back on the floor. That doesn't, I don't know if that makes sense. There should still be some space between your low back and the floor, so much that you should be able to slip a hand very barely under the low back. Point and flex the right foot. Maybe take some circles with the ankle. That right hip likes to move up towards the ear, so keep moving it away from you. And then as you inhale, reach the heel up, maybe straighten the leg a little bit. As you exhale, lower it down to hover close to the floor. Inhale to lift it back up. And exhale to lower. As you do this, notice what's happening in the low back. The low back is going to sort of peel away and then close to the floor. Can you keep the low back exactly where it is by pulling the navel in to support the low back? If this is okay, you can add the chest. You can reach the arms towards that left foot and lift the shoulders off the floor. Look towards the left foot as you do this. Can you still keep that little space in the low back? The next time you lift the right leg, hold here, lower the shoulders down if you lifted, and then bring the foot back down. Okay, other side. Left foot up towards the ceiling, take some circles with the ankle, point and flex the foot. Again, notice the difference between the sides here. Can you move that outer left hip away from you? As you do that, you're turning the inner left thigh up towards your face. Okay. Feel that low back centered on the floor, and then flex the foot, reach the heel up towards the ceiling. As you exhale, hover it, reach it away from you. Inhale, lift it up. Exhale, reach it forwards, hover. Keep moving at your own pace. You're pressing into the right foot for some help. The hips are staying square. You're doing this work in the hips, not in the low back. So keep the navel drawn in to support the low back. If you want, you can add the arms and the shoulders. Lift the shoulders off the floor, reach the arms parallel to the floor. One more round. And then bring both feet down, supine twist. Let the knees fall towards the left. Open the arms to a T or a cactus shape. Slow breath. And then switch to the other side. Slow breath here. And then bring the knees back to center. We're going to meet in Uttanasana forward fold. So if you like, you can rock to the side. You can roll up and down the spine. Eventually, make your way to standing in a forward fold. Head and neck heavy. Quads have been doing some work already. So give yourself a generous bend in the knees and let the belly rest on the thighs. Your hands might be on blocks. Maybe they're on the floor. Maybe they're hanging. With the belly on the thighs, can you breathe into the back ribs? If you're holding your elbows, switch your grip, take the awkward grip. Take 2 more breaths. And then release the arms, slowly roll up to stand Tadasana. Okay, let's do some sun salutations. Come to the top of the mat if you're not there already. Press the feet down, spread the toes, press the heels down. And again, think about those back ribs lifting up towards the shoulder blades. And then roll the shoulder blades back. Look straight forwards, weight in the heels, lift the kneecaps, reach the arms, reach the crown of the head up. Exhale here. Then inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Warming up, inhale, reach the arms forwards and up. Come up to stand. Exhale, lower the arms, Tadasana. Adding on, inhale, reach the arms, Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale, forward fold, Uttanasana. Inhale, halfway lift, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, plant the hands and step the right foot back, step the left foot back. You're in plank, you can bring the knees down, look forwards, inhale. And exhale, lower onto your belly. Top of the thighs, press down. Let the low back be long so that you're tucking the tailbone towards the backs of the knees. And then make the legs really strong, strong enough where the kneecaps lift off the floor. You're pressing into the feet. And then inhale, lift just the chest up. Keep the low ribs down on the floor. Look down towards the floor. Lift the elbows back. And exhale, lower down and make your way back to child's pose or downward facing dog. Maybe you're on elbows and knees for baby dolphin. It's our first inversion here. So feel free to take any little rituals you like to take in your first down dog or your first child's pose. Let your next exhale be deep and complete. Inhale, look forward, bend the knees if they're not already. And exhale, bring the feet to the hands. Once you get there, relax the crown of the head down. And then inhale, halfway lift, crown forward, shoulders back. Exhale, crown down, forward fold. Inhale, rise up, reach up, look up. Exhale, right back down, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant the hands, step the left foot back, step the right foot back. Again, maybe you're on your knees for plank. Look forwards, inhale. And exhale, lower onto your belly. Again, another back bend here. Low back long, press the feet down so the kneecaps lift. And then inhale, peel the chest up, sternum lifts, back of the neck long, shoulders back. As you exhale, lower down and press yourself back to child pose or downward facing dog, anything in between. Again, maybe this is your first down dog. Feel free to pedal the feet, to lift a leg, any little rituals. Slow breath in through the nose. Slow breath out, let it go. Inhale, bend the knees, look forwards. Exhale, feet to the hands, forward fold, Uttanasana. Inhale, halfway lift, Ardha Uttanasana, no rush. Exhale, forward fold, crown heavy. Inhale, rise up, reach up, look up. Exhale, lower the arms, Tadasana. Okay, a little different this time. Plant down through the feet, bring the feet a little closer together. Weight in the heels, thumbs to the sternum. As you've exhaled, chair pose. We're not staying long, just one extra breath here. Tailbone down, weight in the heels. Lift the chest as you inhale. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, right foot steps back. You're in a lunge, bring the back knee down. And as you inhale, reach the hips forwards towards the front foot. And as you exhale, straighten the front leg and walk the hands back. Inhale to bend. Exhale to straighten. You can stay here. Option 2 is to bend the front knee. Get light on the back foot and lift the back foot off the floor. So you're trying to kick your heel towards your hip. This is where I usually get a Charlie horse. So feel free to stretch it out if that happens. If you can bend the knee, stay. Try to come to the top, on top of the kneecap. So where the kneecap touches the thigh. And then straighten the back leg, straighten the front leg. Half splits. Move the sternum towards the toes. Inhale. And exhale. Rebend the front knee, plant the hands, downward facing dog or child's pose. We're staying for 5 breaths, so you can go through a little vinyasa on your way there. Last breath here, slow and deliberate. If you're in child's pose, come to hands and knees. We're all going to step the right foot forwards for a low lunge. Bring the left knee down, back knee down. And again, shift forwards and backwards a few times. Hands can be on blocks to bring the arms a little bit longer. If you're struggling to reach the floor, don't struggle. Maybe you move forwards and backwards. Maybe you keep the front knee bent and then try to bend the back leg. Try to kick the heel towards the hip. Eventually bring that back foot down and straighten the front leg. Hold over that long leg. Take one more breath. Rebend into the front knee. And we're going to come to Uttanasana, forward fold. So tuck the back toes, lift the back knee, and then take a step up so the feet come closer together. Head and neck heavy. Crown of the head heavy down towards the floor. Inhale, halfway lift, crown forwards, shoulders back. Exhale, crown down, forward fold. Inhale, rise up, reach up, look up, Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale, lower just the arms, Tadasana. Okay, step the feet wide. Parallel the edges of the feet, maybe even toes turn in slightly. And then bring the hands to the hips and the elbows back behind you so that your thumbs are near the sacrum. Can you press the sacrum down so the hips move forwards a little bit, and then straighten the legs so the thighs move back. Inhale to lift the chest box, lift the sternum, nice. Exhale, forward fold. You can bring your hands to blocks, or maybe your hands are on the floor. Don't use the work in the legs. Press the thighs back, lift the kneecaps up. And then a little bit different today. First of all, right now our feet are parallel. We're going to turn them out slightly. So turn them about 45 degrees off to the side. And then bend into the right knee. Start to put more weight on that right leg. And then come back to center. You can walk the hands with you. Bend into the left knee. Straighten the left knee. Bend into the right knee. Straighten the right knee. You guessed it, left knee. You can keep moving like this if you like. This is our moving through Skandasana. If you want to go a little bit further, then the next time you bend into the right knee, you're going to keep bending until you can lift the left toes off the floor. Hands can stay down. And then crawl the hands back to Prasarita Paschimottanasana. Walk the hands to the left as you lift the right toes off the floor. Come back to center. Okay. Once you've done both sides equally, come back to center and let the head and neck hang. Walk the hands back so they're closer to being between the feet. And let the crown of the head reach down to the floor. Lift the hips up towards the ceiling. Lift the kneecaps up. Press the outer edges of the feet down. We're going to take a twist here. So come find a long spine. Walk the hands forward so you have more support. Option 1, right hand in front of the nose. Option 2, the right hand reaches for the left leg. And then inhale, sweep the left arm open. Wherever that right hand is, pull. Inhale, look up. And then exhale, bring both hands down. Left hand first, and then right hand. Switch sides. So either the left hand comes down under the nose, or the left hand crosses towards the right leg, doesn't matter where it reaches. Inhale, sweep the right arm up. Reach through the fingertips. Reach through the wrist. As you exhale, bring the hand down. Bring both hands down. Now you can heel toe the feet together a little bit so that you're not as wide. And then bend the knees, bring the hands to the hips, and inhale, come all the way up to stand. Woo. Okay, bring the feet together. Actually, hip distance apart. So right under the hips, spread the toes. Bring the hands to the low back again. Feel the thumbs at the sacrum. And then keeping the legs straight, keep the kneecaps lifted, but press the hips forwards and press the tailbone down with your thumbs so you can lift the chest up. So we're doing the same thing. It's a little back bend, but it's mostly happening in the upper back. Elbows moving back, sternum lifts up towards the ceiling. The low back is long because you're sending the tailbone down towards the floor, and the thighs are staying straight because the thighs are moving back. Slow breath in. And exhale, come back to center. Okay. Let's do Dhanurasana. Yeah, we've got time. So if you, it can be nice to use a blanket under the hips for this. We're going to come onto our bellies. If you don't have a blanket, you can always use a towel, or you can double up your mat so you have a little extra cushion. You might not need it. I like it. Okay, we're going to start with Bekasana. So come onto your elbows. So you're in this sort of Sphinx variation. And notice your legs. They're going to want to splay out so that the big toe side is down and the pinky toe side is up. So even that out so that you roll the inner thighs up towards the ceiling, and the little toe side of the foot can come to the floor. And then press the thighs down and press the tops of the feet down. So again, you're feeling the knees lift up off the floor. Okay, bring your forearms parallel. So you're making the number 11 with the forearms from the wrist to the elbow. And then take your right hand, keep the elbow down, but move the right hand towards the left. So now it's at a 45-degree angle. You can press into that right arm and you can bend the left knee. Take your left arm and take a big circle back. Try to reach for the inside of the left foot. Either press the foot into the hand or pull the foot closer towards the hip. If you can bend the elbow up towards the ceiling, and then try to spin the hand so that the palm comes to the top of the foot and the fingertips point forwards. Very gently start to unwind. We'll take the other side. So bring both forearms down, power up the legs, thighs press down, tops of the feet press down. And then bring the left hand 45 degrees. Bend the right knee. Big circle back with the right hand. Hold the inner arch of the foot so that the thumb and the big toe are touching. And then first press into the foot so that you can lift the chest even more. Keep that lift as you bend the elbow, bringing the leg a little closer to the hip. Maybe you can lift the elbow up and pivot the hand so that the hand is on the top of the foot and the finger and the toes point in the same direction. Very gently release. Come all the way down onto your belly. Bend both knees and windshield wiper the feet side to side. Okay, option 1, try that again. Option 2, we're going to try to reach for both feet at the same time. So start by bending both knees so that the heels come close to the hips. Reach back and see if you can grab now the outer arches of the feet, the outsides of the feet. And if you have your grip, first flex the feet, hold on to the ankles, and then press the feet into the hands to help you lift the chest. You're pulling on the feet with the hands, and you're pushing on the hands with the feet. Once you're over it, come back down, take a breath. If you're still working on Bakasana, switch sides, make sure you're evening out both sides. If you're doing both legs at once, we're going to try one more time. First time's always the worst. Reach back for the tops of the feet. Creep the hands down towards the ankles and flex the feet, helps protect the knees. And then inhale, push the feet into the hands. Exhale, pull the hands against the feet. Maybe you rock as you breathe. And then exhale, lower all the way down. Bring the right ear down to the floor. And bring the left ear down to the floor. Maybe you can hear your heartbeat. Slow down the exhales. And then press yourself up to a seat. Okay, this is a new pose. This is called Paryankasana. You won't need the blanket, but you'll need 2 blocks. If you only have 1 block, it's going to be harder. But you'll use the 1 block in the middle. So you want the blocks to be going along the spine. So it's not going to be wide. It's going to be narrow. And let's start with them at their highest height. You can change your mind. But one is going to be behind the head, and one is going to be almost like between the shoulder blades. And we're going to start with the knees, let's think, Let's start with the legs crossed. So you're in Swastikasana in the legs, cross leg. You're gonna lift the chest up and then try to bring the first block between the shoulder blades. If it's not working, you can lower the block down a step and then try to bring the second block right under the head. If you lower one block down, lower both blocks down. If you only have one block, you're going to use it under the shoulder blades and the head is going to be hanging, which I don't love, but let's try it. The arms are going to be holding elbows and then try to reach the arms overhead, as in line with the ears. And then breathe. Can the low back be long? Can you breathe into the blocks? Paryankasana. Now, if this is too much, try with the blocks one step lower. Use the legs, press the legs down into the floor. If your elbows are overhead, start to bring them down and then lift your head and lift your shoulders up. Ooh. Okay, Paryankasana, no one's favorite pose. Okay, let's do one more. For this one, you're just going to need one block. This one, keep the block, let's say horizontal now. So it's not going to be vertical along the spine. It's going to be horizontal along the spine. It's going to go in roughly the same spot. This time, straighten the legs and try to bring the bottom tips of the shoulder blades onto the block. If you're wearing a bra, it's usually where the bra band lives. And then see if you can lower the head so the top of the head comes close to the floor. Maybe it touches. If it doesn't quite touch, that's okay. Find a relatively comfortable place for the hands. Press the thighs down. And imagine you can send the tailbone up. So this time, instead of sending the tailbone down towards the backs of the knees, it's going the opposite direction. So the low back moves forwards through the spine, through the belly. This is our fish pose. Either keep the arms where they are. You could hold on to your hips, hold on to some fabric, or maybe you reach the arms 45 degrees away from the chin. You could touch the hands together to help. Strong legs, strong arms, top of the head heavy. Coming out of this pose is always fun. Get your elbows down on the floor. I need to hold on to the sides of the mat as I do this. Elbows down, lift the head. And then lift the shoulders up. All of my postnasal drip just moved. Excuse me. Okay, we don't need the blocks. Navasana. Hold the backs of the knees. Perch yourself on the sitting bones. And lean back until you can float the feet off the floor. This is perfectly fine to stay here. We just did a bunch of work. Try to lengthen through the spine. Maybe you lift the feet to knees height. Maybe you release the arms. Maybe you straighten the legs, but don't worry about it. Quads have already done a lot today. And then bring the feet down. Okay, with the feet down here close, take the right foot and tuck it close to the left hip. So now your right knee is going to go straight forwards, close to the left foot. Bring the right hand behind you. Inhale, lift the left arm up. Exhale, bring the arm inside the leg and open your twist towards the right. This is the opposite of Ardha Matsyendrasana, half Lord of the Fishes pose. You can hold on to the left ankle with your left hand if you like. I usually mirror when I'm demoing, so now I'm not mirroring and I'm getting confused. This is our open twist. Maybe you look over the right shoulder, as long as it doesn't bring any tension into the neck. Lift the chin up, slow breath in. Exhale, look forward, and unwind the shoulders. Rebend the right knee, plant the right foot, and then see if you can tuck the left knee close to your right hip underneath. Left hand behind you for some support. Inhale, right arm lifts. Exhale, right hand inside the right knee. Hold on to the leg wherever you can reach. And turn. So you're pressing the leg into the hand, into the arm. You're pressing the arm into the leg. The right shoulder moves down away from the ear. Lift the bicep up towards the ceiling. Roll the bicep up. Maybe last breath or two, you look over the left shoulder, lifting the chin slightly. Relax the belly. Inhale to look forward and exhale to unwind. Paschimottanasana, straighten both legs. You can sit up on your block if you like. Flex the feet, press the legs down, toes up towards the ceiling. And lift the chest again. Let's see how much of that upper back bend can you keep? Can you imagine the blocks there? Pushing the chest forwards, inhale. And as you exhale, fold forwards any amount. Again, trying to keep that upper back bend, the dolphin fin between the shoulder blades pressing forwards. You can let the head and neck be heavy. Try to reach the crown of the head towards the toes. Slow breath here. We're holding for another 5 breaths. Let your exhales be deep and complete. Notice that internal dialogue. Two more breaths. Keep your hands where they are. And inhale, look forward, long spine. Exhale, lift the shoulders back up. Okay, let's all come onto our backs. Reach the arms in line with the ears overhead. You can hold opposite elbows if you like. We'll take our little banana stretch. So move the feet to the right and move the arms to the right. Keep the hips where they are. And breathe into the left side ribs. As always, you can stack the ankles if that helps. Relax the jaw. Relax the belly. Let the low ribs relax closer to the floor. Even though the arms are overhead, can the low ribs settle? Can they do less work? And then shift back to center. If you're holding your elbows, you can switch your grip. And then walk the feet to the left. Walk the arms to the left. Breathe into the right side ribs. Again, maybe stack the ankles.
It's the right bottom ribs that are doing a lot of work here. So can you send your breath there and allow them to release even 1%?
Take a couple more breaths. And then come back to center. Bring the arms down. And either set up for your final resting pose or take any final shapes, movements that you want to take before you close. If you're taking a long shavasana, maybe grab some socks or a sweater to keep yourself warm. You're working on something else. You're about halfway through. Make sure you even out the sides. Get out any final wiggles and adjustments. Make yourself 5% more comfortable. And if it feels right, sigh out your next breath, release the jaw. Relax, release, and let go. Shavasana. Bring your attention back into the body. Slowly begin to deepen the breath. Bring the hands onto the belly. Bend one knee at a time, plant the feet. And eventually roll onto your right side using your arm as a pillow. Stay as long as you like. When you're ready, press yourself up to a comfortable seat, letting the crown of your head being the last thing to lift. Sit with the awkward cross of the legs. And again, find that length in the spine. If it helped to use the hands at the beginning of class to push the spine long, feel free. Move the shoulders back. And then get light on the fingers as you bring the hands to the lap. Reach the crown of the head up towards the ceiling. And take a moment. Thank yourself for showing up. Thank your body for working for you. Gratitude for the practice. We'll close with 3 breaths. Let your exhale be deep and complete. Then inhale through the nose. Exhale, open mouth, sigh. Inhale, nose. Exhale, let it go. Inhale, nose. Exhale, mouth. Thank you so much for coming. Let me know if you have any questions. Otherwise,